Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? No, it's not hump day. It's planting day. So early this morning, we went and got chemical on the fire truck. I'll show you everything we loaded on it in a little bit. Eugene went through while I was disking and chisel plowing the other day. Eugene went through, unfolded the planter, greased everything, went over everything, sprayed all the chains down, put all the seed plates in, which these are the seed plates. Put all those in. We just put the monitor up into the tractor, the planting monitor, not the same monitor that's in the sprayer. This one is specifically for a planter. And basically well, you'll see it work, but it measures the seeds that are coming out. So you know how many seeds per acre you're putting on, lets you know if one row is performing better or worse than another row, which could be an issue with sprockets or chains or the seed drive. But we got to lift this up, back it out, check tire pressures, and fill it with seed because she's ready to go. So this planter is a bit of an oddball from a lot of other planters. You have to get out of the tractor to unfold it. And the reason is because of how this planter is put together. It can be used as a 12-row corn planter or a 13-row, 15-inch space soybean planter. So Eugene's back there undoing the turnbuckles right now. Those turnbuckles that he's working on just kind of keep everything together and tight when we're in the field or in transport. Now, change of plans. We're not going to unfold it right there because we got to take the 13th row off. And we might as well have it in the right direction when we take it off because it's not like, I'm gonna open her up, right? So we get the tires. So this is how we open her up. Here, I'm gonna set you guys over here. Not gonna open up fully because we don't have the room for that. All right, so this is how the corn planter opens up, and it's just opened up so we can work on it. It's not fully collapsed on itself, but what would happen is this will go up there, and then you get your 12 rows all the way across. This one will swing in. But this is the 13th row unit that would stay on for planting soybeans. And we're going to take it off because we don't need it on there for corn. There's no sense in having it drag around. So 4 bolts, that comes off. We'll put that in storage over there, and then off we go. Got a few soybean hitchhikers we gotta get out.
Like this, Daddy? This is the best I could make it.
That's good, perfect. Watch as the majestic creature dumps the seed corn. Okay, good job, buddy. Good job, kid. Uh-oh.
Hey, Daddy.
Missed the back corner. Or did we double dump in one? You gotta build that strong back. Come on. There we go. All right. All right. You go, Annabelle?
Dad, is this the last one?
The last one. It's what we've been looking for.
Mama.
So the 12 bags of corn we just put in the planter, and what you see here that the kids have turned into their own little fort and seat and couch and whatever. But that little bit of corn right there is enough to plant 200 acres. Because between Eugene and I, that's what we farm, 400 acres total. We split everything in half, try to, and we got 200 acres of corn, 200 acres of soybeans. So there you go. Just my stack, which is half of that, was roughly $13,000. So that's what $26,000 looks like between that and what we just put in the planter. Well, we're kind of at a standstill right now. The planter's all ready. We're ready to roll. We're ready to rock and roll and get started. However, as Eugene put it, we're all dressed up with nowhere to go. The field that we're going to go do has not had potash and fertilizer spread on it yet. And they were supposed to do it yesterday, but then they broke down. And not to mention, they're also busy as all get out because everybody's ground has gotten ready at once. I mean, we've just finally had some decent enough weather. So there's dozens upon dozens of farmers that are calling them, contacting them, needing potash and fertilizer spread. We're just on the list somewhere. And because we have smaller ground, I don't know that it plays into it, you know, where they want to knock out the big farms first. Because they run a business, they're there to make money. So if they can spread 500 acres of big fields in a day versus them having to jump field to field to field, and they're only spreading 100 acres of us, it makes business sense for them to do what they're doing. But anyway, this is part of the frustrations of farming. We're all dressed up and nowhere to go. And there's Eugene over there. He's deep in thought. He's napping. There's always something to do. Pick up a broom, start cleaning. I told you come hell or high water we were planting corn today, but it might not be the corn we were thinking of. We're gonna go drag out Eugene's 6-row planter and plant sweet corn there behind the house. At least we'll get 1/100th of an acre. We'll get 1/100th of an acre done today. For you guys that do farm, do you have the same problem where everything you need is what's in the back of the shed? So I gotta move the sprayer. Oh, you got it. Move the sprayer in the truck. Oh, in the generator. Oh, you gotta move that to get the John Deere out. Yep, okay. So yeah, we gotta take everything out of the shed. Hey, buddy. Okay.
Daddy, are you gonna be planting while I'm gone?
Buddy, we're only doing from here to that tree, and that's it. Well, attempt number 1 at planting sweet corn was a failure. Eugene told me that we had to flip this back at the farm when we hooked the planter up, the tongue. I said, nah, for what we got to do, this is fine. I was wrong. We got to flip it because what happened was when we put the planter down, the angle that it's on did not allow the contact wheel to engage. So essentially I rode across the field just to look good, which I do that pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. But now we got to actually plant corn. Round 2. All right, we're giving it some persuasion. I told you, here at Shorebilly Farms, we do surfing because we're so close to the ocean. I just never told you that we planter surfed.
End of a glorious day, but just a creature out.
And that is going to do it for us today. We did not get planting corn, unfortunately. We are waiting on the local co-op to spread potash and fertilizer on the fields that we have to do. They are in high demand right now, and we are somewhere on the list. So it's frustrating because it was actually a very nice day to plant. We could have covered at least 40 or 50 acres. We managed to do a lot of other things, including while we were planting sweet corn, one of the row units buckled, and we now have the row unit tore apart. So we've planted 1/100th of an acre and already tore something up. But That's all the parts and pieces. So you can see where it's bent right here. We don't know why it happened, whether the metal's just getting weak, but it buckled. So we've tore it all apart. We don't need that planter, but it's nice as a backup. And we just don't want stuff sitting around broke. And since we can't plant, we decided to go ahead and tear it apart and work on it. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll, but unfortunately, plant 2021 did not start for us today. Maybe tomorrow. But anyway, with that, thank you all for watching, and goodbye from Delmarva. Shorebilly Farmer, out. Oh, there's one. There's one. Well worth it. The last one.